This missing girl was found all alone in a dark cave. This other autistic girl survived on her own in the forest until the heroes showed up. Here are moments when missing kids realize they've been saved. Starting with these cops who found a boy in a lake and had to act fast to save him. On a cold night in London, Ohio, officers Dylan Fout and Denise Dye spotted a child walking alone in the dark. Concerned, Dylan tried to get closer, but within seconds the small silhouette vanished. As they searched the area, an urgent call came through the radio.
We have a call about a 5-year-old boy with autism who ran away from home. All units are going in search of the boy.
Now the search had a name and a face. Time was working against them when their flashlights finally revealed the unthinkable, the little boy's body floating on his back in the dark, icy waters of a creek.
West Center Street in the water under the bridge. Hey, honey.
Can you start me at 29, please?
They already did.
Okay. All right, I didn't hear you.
29's on the way, correct?
Without hesitation, Officer Fout plunged into the freezing water. He didn't care about the cold, he was willing to do whatever it took to save that child. With strong arms, Dylan lifted the boy against his chest and brought him safely to shore where help was waiting. The cops later reported that the little fighter was taken to the hospital and miraculously was discharged not long after. But something even more terrifying happened to these 12 boys. They were missing for 10 days and were saved by an unexpected hero.
Yeah, best you can. How many of you?
In June 2018, a group of 12 boys from the Wild Boars soccer team and their coach decided to explore the Tham Luang cave in Thailand. They had no idea their little adventure was about to turn into a nightmare. The cave is known for its complexity, stretching over 6 miles with dangerous twists and turns. Not long after they entered, a sudden storm caused the water levels to rise rapidly, blocking the exit and trapping the group inside. Parents quickly realized their kids were missing and called the cops, who launched a search. For days, rescue teams tried to locate them, but the darkness, narrow tunnels and strong currents made the mission almost impossible. With no food and no light, the boys were completely cut off from the world. More than 10 days passed in desperation, but just when hope seemed lost, everything changed.
Yeah, best you can. How many of you? 13. Brilliant.
Backpack is being going to die.
No, not today. Oh, not today. It's 2 of us. You have to die. We are coming. Okay. Many people are coming. Many people. We are the first. Many people come. Tomorrow. No. What day is it? Monday. Okay, but 1 week and Monday. You have been here 10 days. 10 days. You are very strong. Very strong.
2 British divers managed to make their way through the flooded tunnels and spotted the boys sitting on a small patch of dry land, weak, scared, but alive. As relieved as they were to have found them, the rescue itself was still far from over. The path back was long, narrow, and completely underwater. There was no way the boys could swim out on their own. That's when experts came up with a bold plan. The boys were lightly sedated to prevent panic and fitted with full face diving masks. It was a risky decision, but the only chance they had. Highly skilled divers guided them through the submerged tunnels, a journey that took several hours for each trip. Every rescue was a test of skill, patience, and courage, with the constant fear that something could go wrong. Tragically, one rescuer, Saman Kunan, a former Thai Navy SEAL, lost his life during the mission when he ran out of oxygen while delivering supplies to the trapped boys. But on July 10th, 2018, after a 3-day-long operation involving experts from around the world, all 12 boys and their coach was safely brought out, marking one of the most incredible rescues in history. Afterward, the boys underwent medical evaluations and thankfully made a full recovery. But what happens when a helpless child is found alone, lost deep in the woods? This next case will make your heart stop. On February 26, 2024, what started as an ordinary afternoon in Tampa, Florida, quickly turned into a nightmare when a 5-year-old autistic girl vanished from her home. Hillsborough County authorities were called and the search began immediately. Everyone knew that for a young child, especially one with autism, every minute alone in the forest was a serious danger. She could have wandered off in any direction. Deploying a helicopter equipped with thermal cameras proved to be a crucial decision. As it scanned the area, the aerial team picked up a small heat signature about half a mile from the family's home, a shocking distance for such tiny legs. They quickly guided the officers on the ground to the child's location. When they finally spotted her, she was sitting alone, wet, confused, and completely unaware of the danger she had been in.
Let's get you out of the water, okay? I'll get you out of the water. We're gonna have to sit right here, okay?
Miraculously, the girl was unharmed, with only a small cut on her leg, and was safely reunited with her family. But even more terrifying was what happened to this girl, who was found alone in the dark, deep inside a cave. But before we get to her story, take a look at what happened to this boy who was abandoned in the middle of a lake.
I know, just calm down, Calm down.
It was just an ordinary day until David Jones Jr., a fisherman in Duluth, Minnesota, spotted something unusual in the water, a child completely alone.
You need some help? Okay. Well, your dad's back there, but I'm gonna bring you in the shore, okay? I know, just calm down, Calm down, just hold my hand. So, nope, you can't pull right now. Just hold on a second.
I need to get to my dad.
Okay, but I'm gonna bring you over to land, okay? Just calm down, you're on my boat. You don't have to worry about the current taking you out.
He quickly tried to calm the boy down, assuring him that he would get him safely back to shore. But there was a problem. If the boy tried to climb into the boat, he could tip it over and cause it to sink. The fisherman had to act carefully and find a safe way to bring him in. As they made their way back to shore, the boy revealed that he didn't even remember his own age and had been in the water for a long time. He also mentioned that he had tried calling for his father, but either he didn't hear him or he ignored him completely. By the time they reached the dock, the boy was shaking from the cold. Jones ran to a nearby house to get a towel to warm him up, but he could tell the child was still freezing and possibly suffering from hypothermia. Something was very strange. The boy seemed terrified at the thought of emergency services being called, even begging Jones not to do it. But despite his pleas, 911 was called to ensure he got the proper medical attention. When his father finally arrived, his reaction shocked everyone.
Sounds like he was a bit nervous. Well, he was screaming, and it was like, I looked back to see where you were at, and you were a couple hundred yards away. Then I was happy I did come here because they were here, how the boat was able to come and get you.
Yes.
But yeah.
No, I'm very thankful of that.
Me too.
First I say 1,000 and then thank yous.
Yep.
That saved me a bunch of hassle.
Yeah.
Because the river takes him a little bit, and I said,
yeah,
calm down, slowly swim to shore.
Yep.
You got this. We've been in this before.
Yep.
Instead of showing concern, he brushed it off, saying it was a huge inconvenience to have to come pick up his own son. On top of that, his speech and behavior raised suspicions that he might have been under the influence of alcohol. The most concerning part, the cops didn't investigate further, even after Jones urged them to check the video of the rescue. In the end, the boy was examined by paramedics and sent home with his family. Now it's time for the most mysterious case in this video, where they found a girl alone deep inside a cave.
English? You speak English? No English.
No?
Oh, okay.
This happened on August 2016 when YouTubers from the channel Exploring with Josh decided to explore Ape Cave, located in southwest Washington state. At first, the recording was completely normal. Most of the video just showed the group of friends having fun. They started walking through a passage that got narrower and narrower until they eventually had to crawl on their stomachs through a tight tunnel. As they dragged themselves forward, they debated whether they should keep going, wondering if there was anything worth seeing ahead or if the tunnel was just a dead end. Just as they were about to turn back, Josh noticed that the tunnel seemed to open up a few feet ahead. So they pushed forward a little more until they finally reached the end of the cave. That's when, in the middle of the darkness, they spotted something strange up ahead.
Got it. Can I head back now?
This girl doesn't have a flashlight. Okay, I'm gonna take out my phone, actually. English? You speak English? No English. No? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, come with us.
Hey, Josh. Do you see those, the couple that was back there?
You wanna come with us?
Tell them their daughter's up here, she's scared.
They don't speak, she doesn't speak English. She doesn't speak English.
They don't speak English.
It's okay. It's alright. This is the way back.
As they got closer, they realized it was a girl, alone, scared, and without a flashlight. The sight stunned them, and they immediately tried to communicate with her, but apparently she didn't speak English. Everyone started questioning how such a young girl could have ended up there all by herself. As they tried to calm her down and convince her to come with them, voices suddenly echoed through the cave. It was her parents, calling out desperately from outside. The moment the little girl heard them, she ran toward their voices and made it safely out of the cave. Later, it was revealed that the family were foreign tourists who had accidentally been separated from their daughter during the visit. Now, just imagine if Josh and his friends had given up and turned back before finding her. She could have been lost in the darkness even longer, or maybe never found at all. In this next case, a boy was found alone in the middle of a lake, but how did he get there? A quiet night in Deltona almost ended in tragedy when a 5-year-old autistic boy managed to slip out of his house without anyone noticing. As soon as his parents realized he was missing, they called the cops to help find him. That's when Officer Wes Bruff stepped in. He knew exactly where to look, thanks to his training in working with autistic children. He rushed to the nearby lakes, one of the most common places children with autism tend to be drawn to. Then he heard a noise.
You got him, you got him. He's okay.
After the rescue, the boy was brought back to the shore and reunited with his father, who held him tightly with tears in his eyes. Amazingly, he was completely unharmed. According to Officer Bruff, timing was everything because the tree stump the boy had been holding onto split in half at the exact moment of the rescue. In this next case, a tragic accident led to one of the most emotional moments in this video. One man didn't hesitate. He jumped into a lake to save a child.
Oh my God, does he have a baby?
It was a peaceful Sunday in Ocean City, Maryland, when everything changed in an instant. 5 cars were involved in a crash on a bridge. The impact was so intense that a pickup truck ended up dangling dangerously over the edge. But the most terrifying part was yet to come. An 18-month-old girl was thrown from the vehicle, still trapped into her car seat, plunging straight into the freezing waters of the bay. Jonathan Bauer and his daughter Ava had also been caught in the crash but were unharmed. That's when they noticed a crowd pointing toward the water. Jonathan looked down. He saw the little girl floating face down, her face submerged. Without thinking twice, he told Ava to get help and immediately jumped off the nearly 30-foot-high bridge to reach her. He quickly grabbed the child, lifted her out of the water and placed her against his shoulder, gently patting her back. Several boaters in the area witnessed the heroic act and rushed to help with the rescue.
Well, Chief, he's got a baby.
One of them pulled Bauer and the girl aboard and sped toward the shore, where paramedics were waiting. The baby was rushed to the hospital, and days later, the fire chief confirmed that all the victims of the crash, including the little girl, had been released and were safe. Something similar happened to this 4-year-old girl who was found alone and really scared inside a cave. It all happened near Aleppo, Syria, in early 2021, when Samaya was playing near her house and accidentally fell into a cave. A team from the Syrian Civil Defense was quickly sent to check if she was still alive. Savia managed to survive the fall without a single scratch, even though she was absolutely terrified. She had walked through a dusty tunnel, moving away from the sunlight, and spending any more time down there could have ended tragically. But this man was about to bring her back to the surface and save her.
هلا بنغسله بروح عند البابا مو شو اسمك انت يا حلوه؟ شو اخذ لعبتك؟ هلا بجيب لك وحده بدالها اسامه البنت طيبه هي يا اخو.
Her innocence was so pure that she was still worried about her toy that had gone missing. Up above, Sumaya received first aid from the rescue team, but they found that she was completely fine and uninjured, so she was quickly reunited with her family. This kid fell into a deep pool and was saved by a complete stranger. In May 2022, 4-year-old Xavier Rigney slipped out of his house without his mom noticing and fell into a pool. Xavier, who has autism, didn't know how to swim and ended up submerged for nearly 3.5 minutes. 12-year-old Maddox Westerhouse was playing outside near the pool with his friends when he spotted Xavier's head floating in the water. He immediately ran to get his dad, Tom, who jumped into action like a true hero. Tom managed to climb over a nearly 6-foot fence surrounding the pool area to rescue the child. He immediately began performing CPR, doing everything he could to get Xavier breathing again. After the rescue, Xavier was taken to the hospital for observation, and thankfully he made a full recovery.